Now, there are three kinds of minimalist packers. There are people who like to pack in personal item bags only and avoid any airline charges. There are people who like to pack in a backpack because they like the freedom of having everything all in one place and on their back. And there are people who like to use carry-on and personal item bags. Now, for each of these people, there is a perfect bag out there for them. But in this video, I'm going to be covering the perfect backpack for one bag travel that does it all and does it at a bargain price. So stay tuned. Now this is the TomTuk T66, and if it looks familiar to you, it's because I did do a video on it once before because I purchased it for my husband for our Alaska trip. Now TomTuk reached out to me because they saw that video and they have made other upgrades to this bag and they wanted me to share that with you. So here's the new version of the TomTuk T66. Let me go over some of its features and I'll tell you about the upgrades as I go along. Now, why do I love this bag? That's because it's probably the best made full-size backpack that costs less than $100. And I have to tell you, TomTuk did not skimp on anything. All the features you need are so well thought out in this bag. And TomTuk feels so good about their product that they're willing to give you a 2-year warranty on a bag that costs less than most Amazon bargain bags. But let's go over some of the features of the bag, and then you'll see why I love it so much. First of all, the exterior of the bag is made from 100% recycled plastic, which means it's pretty darn water resistant. And I like that in the backpack because if you're wearing it on your back and it starts to rain, you want everything to stay dry on the inside. Another upgrade they made is that they are now using YKK zippers, which means you don't have to worry about whether or not your bag will burst open unexpectedly. And all the YKK zippers have these really nice toggles, which makes it much easier to open and close the bag. They've made an upgrade on how the bag closes on one of the sides that I love. It just cinches shut like this. There is no clips. And I actually really like that because you only really need clips on one side of the bag. On the other side of the bag, you have the clips that you need to cinch down the bag and get into the bag, which is why I said it only needs one set of clips. The bag has two full-size water bottle holders, one on this side and one on this side. And it does hold full-size water bottles, as you can see here. And you can see my husband here walking down the jetway holding both of our water bottles. Some other pockets that you might want to know about is that it has a nice big pocket right here in the front that you can put anything into. And you'll see when I do the pack out of this bag that I actually put my sling in here. It has another pocket here on top. So you can put your phone, your earbuds, your passport, anything you like. And in the back is what I call the office area. Over here you have two pockets that are for computers. And these pockets will hold full-size laptops. Now this pocket is a suspended computer pocket. And let me explain to you the importance of a suspended computer compartment. That means if you drop this backpack either on the floor, from the bottom, or even from the sides, it is protected because there is a buffer zone all the way around the computer compartment. And I love that. I don't have to worry about using a computer sleeve. On the other side of the bag is an additional area for you to put some other tech stuff or whatever you like. Now this is a duffel style backpack, which means your main point of access is going to be from the top. And when you open it up, you get this one very large cavernous space. Now the bag has two handles. It has a really comfortable handle here on top and another handle here on the side. And that makes it much easier to load it into the overhead bins when you're doing this. Now let's talk a little bit about the straps and the padding on this bag. Now here on the back of the bag are some of the most important features because you're going to be wearing this on your back and it has to be comfortable. And this bag is really comfortable. And that's partly because it has this really well padded straps here. I also love the fact that it has these reinforcement bars here. So I know that this padding is always going to stay in place, which is very important. It also has padding here in the back, but it lets you have air that goes through, which is also very important so you don't get hot and sweaty under this bag. It also has a trolley pass-through. So if you want to put this on the back of a carry-on bag, you can. It also has this little strap here for you to put a carabiner if you want to take one along with you. Now, when you're talking about comfort with a backpack, no backpack should ever come without a sternum strap, which this one has. It also has shoulder adjusters here, which helps to relieve the pain on your shoulders. And I have to tell you, that's a big lifesaver with this bag. And if you're so inclined, you can buy a waist belt for this bag. So if you want to keep it closer to your body, you can. But I didn't find that to be the case, and neither did my husband. And I'm 5'7", and he's 6 feet tall. So this bag is adjustable quite fine, just the way it is. But this is what makes this bag so special. It is how well they thought out the compartment system, because they thought about you passing through the TSA and your ease of access. So here in the back of the bag, where you would be accessing your computer and your tech bag, because your lithium batteries live in here and they have to go through the TSA, you would also be getting your liquids bag. And if you've packed this bag out correctly, it has this very unique tear back. And here at the bottom is my airline comfort bag / toiletry bag, which I can now put through TSA. And I think that's brilliant. Now, this backpack counts as a carry-on, not a personal item, and so therefore it would go into the overhead bins. Now, backpacks of this quality normally can go for hundreds of dollars, but somehow TomTuk makes it affordable. This backpack is only $86, and it is every bit as good as those very, very expensive backpacks, and will fit the needs of most people who are doing one-bag travel. Now, if you watched my video over here about 7 slings, you will have known that I chose the TomTuk. This one is actually mine, and this is the large version of the bag. Now, they saw that video too, and they sent me the smallest sister to this bigger brother. It's very cute. Let me show it to you. And I have to tell you, like everything TomTuk, it's so well thought out. And it's the reason that I ended up buying that sling. Now, here in the front, you have a nice little pocket, and you'll notice that it has this orange fabric on the inside of the bag, which makes it so easy when you're out and about. And actually, if you wanted to use this as an airline comfort bag, you could, because it's so easy to see on the inside if you're in the plane. It also has a key leash, and that's just the front. On the inside of the bag is more beautiful orange fabric, and it has one big pocket here. And on the flip side, it has another zippered compartment here with a nice stretchy fabric for you to keep your stuff. And there's plenty of room in between for you to add even more stuff. In the back of the bag is still another compartment, which is also brightly orange, easy to see. You can add more of your personal items in there. Now, this bag can be worn as a crossbody bag or as a fanny pack. I personally wear them as crossbody bags, but that's me. Now, just like the TomTuk bag, this is made out of 100% recycled plastic with YKK zippers, so you don't have to worry about this bag getting wet. Also, it's RFID protected, which you gotta love, because no one's going to steal your personal information when you least suspect it. So I'm going to show you next how when I do the pack out, you'll see how much this bag can hold. And it holds a ton. Now, I'll be leaving links for both the backpack and the sling in the description down below. Also, if you have any questions or comments about the backpack or the sling, please leave it in the comment section down below. And if you've enjoyed this video or you found value in it, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below, because that helps this channel out an awful lot. So let me show you this ridiculously large pack out for a 10 to 14 day trip. First of all, I have 3 short sleeve shirts and 3 long sleeve shirts that can be worn with or without these 4 sweaters here and this button down that can be worn alone or as a topper. I have 1 pair of jeans, 1 pair of leggings, 1 pair of capris, and a skirt here. I have 2 dresses, a pajama, and a camisole that can be worn with any of this. I have 10 days worth of underwear here that I normally wouldn't bring because I wash out my clothing, but I know some of you are opposed to doing that. I have the airline comfort bag / toiletry bag, the crossbody bag, tech bag, selfie stick, a pair of shoes, umbrella, my slippers for the plane, a phone, my hair straightener, and a brush. And let's not forget, a very important part of this wardrobe is the outfit that I'm wearing on the plane. And you'll notice that I'm wearing my fleece cardigan and it's not in the backpack. And that is a ridiculous amount of clothing to take for a 10-day to 14-day trip. But I'm showing you how even a chronic overpacker can get this into the TomTuk bag. Here's the TomTuk fully packed. And I love the fact that it has a handle here on top and a handle here on the side, because when I'm putting it into the overhead fully packed, you want to be able to manage the bag well. And I'm going to show you that I could get that entire pack into this one bag. So let's start with the side pockets. Now this one is totally empty, so I could use it for water bottle. And on this side, I have my selfie stick and my umbrella. On the top of the bag, in its little secret compartment here, I put my phone. Now I could put an awful lot more in there than my phone, like my earbuds, a passport, stuff like that. But for the purposes of this demonstration, I did not. Now I have my 13-inch MacBook Air in here, but this could hold an awful lot more than a 13-inch laptop. It has this second pocket here that you could use for a tablet or paperwork or anything else you like, but I happen to have put my tech bag in here. And in this zippered compartment down here, I put my airline comfort slippers so I can walk around the plane and take off my shoes. Now here in the front of the bag, I put into this pocket here my TomTuk crossbody bag because it fits so nicely in there. And I could alternatively use this as my airline comfort bag if I so desired, but I actually have mine packed. So I'm going to show you the strategic packing that I love about this bag. So when I'm passing through TSA and I need to get everything out for the bins, I open up the back side of the bag and I just take out my laptop. And I know a lot of you are saying, wait a minute, what about your liquids? Well, that's the beautiful thing about this bag. Because I packed it strategically, everything is inside here, which I just take out from the back of the bag. And I just love the fact that I can rip it open like this and get it. And then when I'm done, I just stick it back into the back side of this bag and zipper it up. Now that also makes for easy access inside the plane. And as you can see here, the bag fits comfortably on my back without putting any pressure on my shoulders or my lower back. But it is adjustable. So if you're a bigger person, you can definitely adjust it for you. So now let's open up the inside of the bag and show you how I pack. Now this bag in no way is overstuffed. I had no problem in closing it, despite the fact that I overpacked. So let me show you how I packed this. So my spare pair of shoes are laying right here on top, away from everything else. Now I could have put them into a bag and laid them on top like here, but I'm just showing you for demonstration purposes. It makes it clearer to see. Also in here is my straightener, which I can't live without, and my brush. In this cube, I have all my bottoms that I'm going to need for the trip. Here at the bottom of the bag is my airline comfort bag with my toiletries, all packed here, so I can get easy access to them when I flip the bag over and I'm going through TSA. In here, I have 10 days of underwear, 10 days of socks, and my bra. Now, I normally would wash these things, but I know that some of you don't want to do that. So I'm showing you that you can do that and still get it into this bag. And in this bag, I'm going to open it up to show you, is everything else. And that's more than anyone needs for 2 weeks. And this bag is coming in at 19.4 pounds. And now that you see that you can do one bag travel in just a backpack, check out this video over here where you see me do the same thing with just a personal item bag. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.